is here, War Game News for Saturday, May 8th.
And I'm Grant.
2021, and the news I'm going to start with today is a con, San Diego Historicon 2021 from May 21st to May 23rd. You can register now, you buy badges, tickets, and the deadline to submit events is Friday, May 21st, 2021 at 9 a.m. So again, the dates are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 21st to May 23rd, starting at 8 a.m., ending at 11:45 p.m. the Sunday of the 23rd. Where? It's in San Diego, but it's not. It's online because it's an online spring deployment SDA Histicon. This is Harold Buchanan's baby. I will be interviewing actually Marco Poutré, who is a Quebecois designer, Morgane Gouillon, who is a French designer, Robert Dulesky from Toronto, Canadian, but going back to Morgane, she did reside in Quebec for many years. So we'll think of her as a Quebecer, huh? Even though she doesn't think so. She doesn't know. She's a Quebecer. Anyways, we have Robert Dulesky from Toronto and Brian Train from BC, I should say. And what's the connection here? Well, the connection is the San Diego Historicon and also a Canadian designer panel that we have. These are all Canadian people, and the interviewer will be me, who is a Canadian, a Quebecer at that, speaking all the languages of Quebec, first one being French, the second one being all the other languages. So, check it out. This will be happening the 20th of May at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, May 20th, 2021, and what's gonna segue after us will be the San Diego Historical Convention online. Who's gonna be there? You're kidding me, right? This is Harold. I mean, you know, Harold, he's very, very, very modest. He doesn't talk about his brand, so we have other people talking about it because he's such a humble and modest man. We got VP Jay Arpinen, Ed Beach, Mike Bertuccelli, Kevin Bertram, Gene Billingsley, John Butterfield, Mark Herman, Bruce Mansfield, Roger B. McGowan, Volko Ronki, Adam Starkweather, Frederick Selval, Ted Racer, Morgane Gouillon, Ritzy, Harold is gonna be there, Jason Carr. You know what I call Jason Carr? Jason Carr is what is he? He's the up-and-coming solo man. Up-and-coming UPSC. Wow, sounds like a postal service. But anyways, we also have Ryan Heilman, Anata Gupta, Robert Dulesky, Dan Bullock, Trevor Bender, Brian Train, Gina Willis, Jeremy White, Cole Worley, Marco Poutré. I could go on and on, but that's what's happening. What are the games that are going to be happening? Let me see here. Lots. Check it out. So this is the San Diego or SD HistCon 2021, March 21st to the 23rd, 2021, and Google it. Check out San Diego Historical Convention War Games. That's why I found a War Game Historical Convention, and bang, it's gonna pop up. All right, so San Diego Historicon, and don't forget the interview, the 20th. Say about an hour and a half. 4 people in there. Myself, I'm gonna try to mediate, and I'm gonna try to get a word in. So we'll see each other there. Multi-Man Publishing and Hood Strikes North. What you get with this game from the great Campaigns of the American Civil War series is a rule booklet of 24 pages. Also, 36 pages of game of history map, gazetteer, etc. A 22 by 32 inch full color map sheet, 2 counter sheet, that's 560 counters, 1 terrain effect charts, 2 full counter force displays, 2 full I should say 2 4-page color charts and tables, and 2 6-sided dice. High-flying dice games and a nightly fight. Battle of Bouvin, or Bovines, but Battle of Bouvin. July 27, 12, 14, a nightly fight. The Battle of Bouvin, July 27, 12, 14. That's exactly what I just said. And this is a game designed by Paul Rohrbaugh. What you get with this game is 111 by 17-inch map, 120 on mountain double-sided counters, and a rulebook. HOLLANDSPIELE and American Civil War Operational Series Our God was My Shield, designed by John Thiessen. The map artist, I should say, is Ilya Kudryashov. This game plays in 180 minutes. This is a 2-player game. Solitaire suitability is high, and what you get with this game is a 22 by 34-inch map sheet, 96 counters, an 8-page series rulebook, 12-page module rulebook, 2 display sheets, 1 double-sided player aid, 21 cards, and 1 6-sided die. Farina and Il Gianni Zero Nero, where he checks out Command and Colors Napoleonics from GMT and from MMP Last Chance for Victory, the Battle of Gettysburg. This is an Italian. And a man called STUKAJOE is introducing a playthrough of a game called By Stealth and See. This is a premiere. Set your reminders, and also parts 1, set your reminders, and a game designed by David Thompson, and also a funky unboxing. STUKAJOE. And the man with the lights. How to play up front, infiltration, and close combat. This is from Seek Out and Play, a short video that describes how infiltration and close combat works in up front. And already of ARDWULF'S Lair is checking out Mithras and the RuneQuest Legacy, and also he's counter-clipping wargame publisher customer service fiascos. This is live. Don't miss it. If you've missed it, check it out. Unboxing OCS's Korea, The Forgotten War from Multi-Man Publishing, and A Most Fearful Sacrifice. A first look from Flying Pig Games, and a game designed by Herman Ladin. Having a hard time. And the man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, does Imperial Glory, a review, and also play number 6 and a rap. He speaks about progression, his mom, and Let's Fail 1849 again, and 1849 Part 1. Little Wars TV have their new game, and it's a starter game called Tombstone Tinderbox, a complete historical war game starter box. Homo Ludens and Fred Serval join them when they play the mini-card-driven war game 300 Earth and Water, and watch a live playthrough with Fred's guest, Stefan Rangaza.
Hello everyone, this is Michel Leviathan-Sorbet from the Polish YouTube channel Wojennik TV. Here is my weekly roundup concerning all the content that I published on my YouTube channel, and not only that. On Sunday I started with my top 3 games of April 2021, and I have spoken about firstly St. Elmo's Bay, 1565 St. Elmo's Bay, a war game about the Great Siege of Malta in 1565, published by HOLLANDSPIELE, Nothing Publications. This is a game for 2 players, but it can also be played solitaire. One of the players takes control of the besieged the besieged Christian forces defending the fortresses of St. Elmo and of the others fortresses defending Malta. The second player takes control of the Ottoman forces trying to seize those fortresses. So an interesting two players game using cards with fantastic artwork. I will be showing you this game in other videos. The second game on my top 3 list was La Belle Époque by Aleph Games Studio, and I will come back to this game in a few moments. Finally, my top game of April 2021 was Deep Madness by Dimension Games, and the reason is simple. I am one of the translators of this game, and it will be released in a Polish version in 2021, so I was very heavily working on the Polish translation during April, but I didn't only translate, I replayed the game once more because I knew the game, I played it, I enjoyed it a lot, and I replayed it in April and I still had a lot of fun with it. On Tuesday, the video in English, and this time I decided to present the unboxing of Trickerion. Not a new game, a game which I have already presented in Polish on my channel, a game which I extremely like, and I decided to show you also this game in English. Firstly starting with an unboxing, then I will follow with an English review. On Wednesday, the Polish unboxing, and this time this was the unboxing of La Belle Époque from Aleph Games Studio. This is a game which allows us to recreate the La Belle Époque period, so somewhere starting from the Franco-Prussian War and up to the start of the First World War, a period of relative peace, of technological and cultural development. And this is a game which enables us to recreate all this, both in the economical aspect as well as in the aspect of diplomatic tensions, in the struggle of the major powers in order to become the most prestigious and most influential power in the entire world. A very interesting game which I will also be showing you in other videos. Finally, on Friday, my review, and this time it was the review of BIOS Genesis, a review in Polish. I have presented a very long playthrough, and now it is time to wrap up things and to present the review. So this is the review concerning this interesting molecular game in which we try to create life. Interesting, very engaging, but very difficult to learn, although I think it is quite worth it. But that's not all from me, because the news from me is that starting from last Monday, Wojennik TV has also its own show on one of the Polish TV channels. So we are trying to become more popular, we are trying to address more people, and we managed to secure a slot on one of the Polish channels. This will be eSport TV PL, and we started already on Monday presenting one of our reviews. More shows will follow, and hopefully this will attract more people to our fantastic hobby. This will show them that gaming is not only about video games, about internet, about digital entertainment. It's also possible to enjoy games played using tabletop games, and I'm very proud, I'm very excited about it. So that's it from me. This was the content that I published on my YouTube channel during the last week, and the news and the information concerning the launch of my show on one of the Polish TV stations. So thank you a lot for watching this brief list. I wish you a great weekend and happy gaming. See you next time.
and the Tank Museum in Tank Chats, presented by David Fletcher at the Tank Museum. If I'm not mistaken, this is in Bovington, England, somewhere. I think they're talking about the Sherman, the M74 ARV. And the man with the velvet fog voice, Harold Buchanan, takes a look behind the scenes at the May 2021 San Diego HistCon Online Steering Committee. Napoleon's Triumph checks out their campaign, and it's finished, and the summary of the campaign of a game called Nevsky, designed by Volko Ronking. And this is a wrap-up. Wise Guy History checks out Jeremy White's game Atlantic Wall. Jeremy White's game Atlantic Wall. Wise Guy History checks out Atlantic Wall, an old SPI game from 1978. The Fall of Cherbourg. Hexes and Soldiers, Jason Cruz, this is his check-in face. Check out Jason Cruz on Hexes and Soldiers Conflict Simulation News, Views, and Reviews, and he has, here it says, what's the deal with this new Warlord release? And he forgot to mention a quick scenario setup method that he has been using to hijack scenarios from Battle Cry game. Here he checks out American, a Civil War, hype or hope? On my own worst enemy this week, gameplay, The Great Crisis of Frederick II, conclusion and final thoughts. Stephen Dolges unboxes the Korean War Designer, Deluxe Edition or Designer Series Edition, in which he is playing turns 20, 21, and playthrough number 1 for Postmortem in Korea, Fire and Ice, and continuing a playthrough number 2, end of July, 1950 something, because I can't read the dots, and I'm not gonna pretend to read the dots. Look, this is what happens when a newscaster doesn't do his homework and he gets caught, but improvisation is my forte, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I meant to say. But it was a tongue twister. The OGN Lock and Load Publishing take an in-depth look at the new Lock and Load Publishing base and module rules called Lock and Load Publishing Collection Online Copies of Digital Rules for Lock and Load. So let's look at their new collection. Take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's the OG, man. When he talks, he talks. Kyle Seeley takes a look at Worthington Games' title, and he says here a kind of rambling love letter to Worthington Games. They're publishing some very solid games these days, Kyle says. Kyle, I agree. Joel Toppin does a Vassal module and checks out a Vassal module that's nearly complete of Jeremy White's game called Atlantic Chase. And the busy wargame artist Matt White does his review of Command and Colors Napoleonic. GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer has 2 point-blank booth camps. Point-blank booth camp number 10, Spend Action, and number 11, Removing Fatigue. Also, Red Blood Skies review through parts 1, and he is holding a charity tournament and raffle. And the Studious Jan Heinemann of Let's Play History has many games, some of which are called Viva la Revolution, Tropico 6, he's back with that, hasn't played that in a while, and Field of Glory Empires, also British Command World War II in Europe, and Fields of Glory Empires. As I've said before, he's coming back to some old games. And Riccardo Massini has in the Italian language on his war log 10 giochi per l'imperatore. That means 10 games for the emperor, and also 10 games for the emperor continued. That shows me not doing my research. Bad. And let's join Julius Fairfax in checking out a game of naval combat during the Spanish Civil War. You want to learn how to play a game? Well, learn how to play a game the harsh way with Harsh Rules. Breaking down board games with Ben Harsh. Man, he should pay me for this, bloody hell. I come up with these ingenious, COVID-related genius things, I say. Anyways, it's part 4 movement of Operation Market Garden September 44 of a game called HOLLANDSPIELE 44 from a designer called Mark Simonich from a publishing company, say it with me, called GMT. In Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials, he checks out Combat Commander Europe. Scenario number 3, Leader of Men, also scenario number 3, but in Hood Strikes North, a game from Multiman Publishing, and Command and Colors Ancients. I hope I don't massacre his name. It says here 207 Vercellae, or Vercellae, or
Summer of 1863, early on July 1st, in the surroundings of the small town of Gettysburg, the largest battle fought in the American Civil War begins to unfold. A battle that will determine the fate of the nation. A Most Fearful Sacrifice is an epic 2-player war game allowing players to depict the fighting that occurred during all 3 days of this decisive clash. The Black Swan ACW operating system is specifically designed to handle the larger scale battle and provide a challenging, constantly developing battle situation. A Most Fearful Sacrifice, The 3 Days of Gettysburg, a game designed by Herman Luttman, published by Mark H. Walker. A Flying Pig game.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of war game review institutions. First game we reviewed on our website this week is Fire When Ready, Microhistory number 5 from Metagaming. It's a very simple ship-to-ship combat game that has everything you need for that type of game. It's got basic and advanced rules. Really nice game for considering it's in such a small package. On YouTube, we've done a first look at City States of Arc Lorel. This is essentially a fantasy game from Task Force Games where you're trying to gain control of a world, and there's magic items, and there's even fleets and stuff. So it looks kind of interesting for an old little fantasy game. And then we did a first look at Deep Wars. This is a miniature game from Antimatter Games. It's really interesting, actually. I don't think I'll ever play these rules as is. I just got this so I get some rules for some underwater game I'm trying to make on my own. But as you can see, the miniatures and stuff for it look just utterly fantastic. The last thing I did was a look at the river set from Pegasus Hobbies. It includes 6 pieces in each of these boxes, and the molds are, the castings are good, but I don't like the paint job on the river, so I might repaint them. I got 2 of them because I got a pretty big table, so that should be enough to fit across the table. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and have a good evening.
Hex to Hex plays a standard combat series from Multiman Publishing, and it's Rostov 41, Race to the Dawn. And Combat Board Games takes a look at a new solitaire system of old from Victory Games called Mosby's Raiders, Guerrilla Warfare in the Civil War. And Cody of the Discriminating Gamer takes a look at a Command and Colors new release by GMT that you could be in command of 40 battle scenarios of the most exciting medieval Japanese battlefield game called Command and Colors Samurai Battles on the Discriminating Gamer. And the strongman of war games, Rob, takes a look at Metal Express Silent Death, a game designed by Kevin Barrett and published by Iron Crown Enterprise. And BLASTPOP takes a look at Operation Studies group games of the Napoleonic Library, books, a Kevin Zucker game, the Battle of Fisme, Disrupted River Crossing, the 4th of March, 1814, an OSG introductory game, BLASTPOP. And Tim Korchnoi of Bare Bones Wargaming is giving us his most anticipated war games for 2021. And Bare Bones Wargaming, impossible games to play, ... And that's for you to check out, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm here just to bring it to you as a tease. And go check out Tim Korchnoi's channel, Bare Bones Wargaming, where that tease can be satisfied. That doesn't sound good, but you know what I mean. John Krantz and Compass Games Town Hall Episode 21. Join Bill Thomas of Compass Games for the latest and greatest news of Compass Games. Kevin Sharp of Big Board Gaming is finishing up or catching up Carthage, Korea, and Western Front World War II. Also, Voices You Need to Hear, number 7, and Next War, Vietnam, a wrap-up. And Castle Archon is telling us that there are new Kickstarters, one called Triads, and the launching of Triads. Counterproductive Games is relearning Lock and Load Tactical. He's checking out the East Front. And the Grognard voted by you, the people. Jim Ozarski, Grognard of the Year 2020, does Chain of Command, Storming the Citadel, Game 5. And Rough Swordsman Wargamer sets up and gives us a playthrough of D-Day at Pelelu from Decision Games Parts 1 and unboxes Mrs. Thatcher's War from White Dog Games. And the blasphemy that is the Player's Aid are doing Small Wargame Publishers a monthly debriefing episode 4, also unboxing Phantom Division from Flying Pig Games, and they review Napoleon 1807 from Shackles. And the chief of Bonding with Board Games is previewing Coalitions by Phalanx, a game designed by Andrew Rourke. And Mo of Mo's Game Table is unboxing and checking out 2 games from Compass Games. One is Napoleon's Imperium, a preview, and also a preview of the Korean War, Designer's Signature Edition.
Hello all, today Kilroy goes off the shelf on unboxing videos. What's with all the bleeping unboxing videos? We see a lot of them. I do a lot of them. Why do we see so many unboxing videos all the time? I think somebody called them war game porn. So why do we have so many? That's what I want to talk about today. First, they're easy. They're easy for me. I'm just getting kind of started out in some of this war game social media space. And unboxing videos are kind of the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. Plus, don't you like easy? We all like easy, right? I mean, this is a good way to get started in trying to express yourself, trying to figure out what you want to say in this space, what you want to talk about. And we all like seeing, you know, nice, exciting games and what is in the box. Which brings us to my second reason for unboxing videos, which is they give us a chance to see a visual inventory. I buy a lot of used games and go through inventories. I go through BGG and looking at what they have on BGG and what they have for inventories. Even go to the publisher site from time to time and seeing what they have on inventories and the like. So going on, but having an unboxing video kind of cuts to the chase and lets us go right at and look at what is in the box. Sometimes you don't have a complete inventory of what's in the box or what you have, or what you're getting. So I use unboxing videos to inventory used games and seeing what is available and what is in the box, which, brings me to number 3, which is buying new games. We're all excited to see something, well, not all of us, but some of us are excited to see something shrink wrapped or opened up and see what's in the box. What are we going to get for our money? Especially, games that have not been published before or newer versions of it. We kind of want to see what is in the box and what we are getting in the box. So just kind of like what they serve for used games, seeing a video on a new game also gives us that chance to see what is in the box. Which brings me to number 4, and that is what, sometimes reviews or opening the box videos kind of go into the context of the historical engagement, or they might go into a review of the game or a preview of the game, talking about some of its how it plays or what the components do, or some of the charts or tables. And so you get a little bit of a feel for how that game will play. And so in that case, they kind of serve as a preview of the game and what you get in the game. And so in that case, they're kind of like a mini review or a mini preview. So in that case, those opening the box videos kind of go above and beyond and really help everybody understand what they're getting with the game. Which brings us to, my 5th reason for opening the box videos, which is, what is a lonely war gamer to do? I mean, we're back to the, opening the box videos are somewhat of kind of a war game porn. And my goodness, what are we supposed to do when we don't have anything else to watch? Hubba hubba.
Another show. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm having a hard time pronouncing today. I think I'm having a stroke. Anyways, again, thanks for listening, seriously, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and please support this channel on Patreon. Everything helps. Everything helps. And, well, check out the San Diego Historicon. Check out the... I'm going to be talking about this a little bit more. The interviews I'm going to do with Brian Train, Marco Putre Morgan, and Brian Daleski. Brian Daleski? No, Brian Train and... oh my god, I forget. Well, Mr. Daleski. That will be on the 20th at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And have a good weekend.